Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early morning, man. Way before sunrise here, getting down to the beach to set up for the morning briefing for all of you. And excited about this weekend. We're having a big surf fishing event right here, and I hope you will be able to join us. That's on Saturday, and then Sunday I'm at Bass Pro Shops in Rancho Cucamonga for a 12 noon surf fishing seminar. Good morning. You know what time it is. It is time to get ready to get briefed up. I'll be back in a moment. Joe Phil and Nick Kinsley came all the way out from Michigan to try their very first tuna trip on the Pacific Dawn out of Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. They had no idea what they were getting into. They got into an incredible bite. Limits of bluefin tuna, which is 2 fish per rod, and 10 of the fish on board the boat were over 100 pounds. This was their very first tuna trip, and you can see the results as they caught giant bluefin tuna in a dream trip that created memories for a lifetime. They raved about the crew on board the Pacific Dawn and said they can't wait to do it again. Hats off to first-time tuna fisherman Joe Thill and Nick Kinsley from Michigan, who came all the way out to San Diego and realized their sport fishing dreams with this incredible catch as the Southern California bluefin tuna bite rages on. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. It is an absolutely gorgeous Tuesday morning. I have to admit to you, it's a little chilly down here this morning, but other than that, it's beautiful. That ocean looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's perfect. Not that rough, and there's very little wind at all. And there still is some magnificent fishing. I can't say wintertime fishing anymore because spring has sprung. Today's the first day of spring, and we just keep moving ahead on the calendar. And as we do, fishing is going to get better and better and better. Warming water temperatures normally speed up the metabolism of many different species of fish, white sea bass, bluefin tuna, and so much more. And they just seem to want to eat more when that happens. So we've got bluefin tuna, we've got yellowtail down the Baja coast and pushing into Southern California. More good halibut fishing going on. Plenty of whitefish and sculpin and sheephead to help fill the sacks and provide excellent table fare here in Southern California. And a great surf fishing weekend. Right here on Saturday, Friedman Adventures will be conducting a fun event where we're going to all be surf fishing together. And then on Sunday, I'll be at Bass Pro Shops in Rancho Cucamonga at 12 noon with a great surf fishing seminar that I would love to see you at, not only so I can put that seminar on for you, but I can't wait to shake your hand and thank you for all the views and all the great support you've given us. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. That is so good, and it is really so great to be with you all here this morning. Had a great show with my friend Sam De La Torre at Island Fishing Tackle last night. That's right. Tackle Shop Confessions was a great one. We had constant questions for a couple of hours from people from all around the nation and the world, for that matter. People from Iowa, up in Montana, all throughout Southern California, Taipei. It was really a great show, and I hope you get to check it out. And the after party was great also at SoCal Wings. We went over there. Michael Limon and his grandpa and a couple of other guys joined us. It was a lot of fun. Dr. Maywood, Ed Maywood, stopped by right before we were going to shoot Tackle Shop Confessions at Sam's place at Island Fishing Tackle, and he's a chiropractor. I said, hey, Doc, can you straighten me out? So I laid down there on the table that we do the podcast on, and I am feeling so much better today. Thank you so much, Ed. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you're able to do that. If you don't mind sharing these videos with a friend, that's also fantastic. Subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok for at least a little bit longer, Facebook, and of course Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We are there for you every single day. Man, we've got so much to cover with you all. Maybe the tribute is railing the tuna right now. We'll find out. I didn't have any reports from them as I'm coming on air here at daybreak. If I hear something during the editing process, just look below and you'll see a little ticker tape indicating what they're up to. We'll be watching them all day long. I'll get back to the bluefin tuna situation in a moment. As previously mentioned, we're going to have a great event here on Saturday from 8 to 11, but you can come earlier and stay later. If you'd like to join us and do some surf fishing, just send me a text and I'll send you the directions. 657-227-6459. I'll be sending those directions out a little bit later today for all the requests that I got yesterday. I'll be taking care of that. We've got a great list of charters also for you this year. I hope you'll be able to join us on many of those, including a couple of coming up on the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. We'll be heading over to Catalina Island. That should be a lot of fun. El Patron's going on Friday, this Friday, and on Sunday. They're already sold out on Saturday. Long Beach Sport Fishing heading to Catalina, limited to 20 people. Should be a lot of fun. Let me take you to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico Lindo, down to Land's End, where they continue to catch striped marlin down there. Pisces fleet has been doing really, really well. There's even some sailfish mixed in with it. Pretty good dorado fishing, occasional yellowfin. If you're able to come across a pod of the dolphin, it's been really great fishing down there. And there's even been some rooster fish along the beach. Really great fishing down in Land's End right now. We take you down only 140 miles down the Baja coast to San Quintin, Baja, California. And we have seen really great yo-yo iron yellowtail fishing. That's been going on for months, but it's continuing, and it's nice grade yellowtail out of that 18 to 25 pound fish right now. Beautiful grade of forkage biting on the yo-yo iron, mixed with nice lingcod and rockfish fishing. It's really good down there in San Quintin, perhaps a sign of things to come. And I've got to tell you, while we're talking Mexico, I've got to bring in a sport boat from San Diego, because the Pacific Voyager on a 2.5-day trip is on the Mexican coast. And yesterday I had 39 fat yellowtail. These yellows are nice, really big fish this year. The Voyager with 39 forkies, and of course all the rockfish anyone in their right mind could possibly want. Really great rock fishing, but so good to see the Voyager with a good hit, perhaps the best hit around Punta Colonet, 120 miles down below the border on yellow so far this year. That is great, and that bodes well for our Independence trip, because now not only a 5-day trip leaving April the 4th, too, we have that bluefin tuna to hammer on. If we happen to get done on that, I mean limited out, then we've got the Baja coast yellows and rockfish. There's just so many options, and you can join us. A few spots left. I noticed a couple of guys jumped on that trip yesterday. That's leaving April the 4th, fishing April the 9th. www.independencesportfishing.com, or call Paulina and say hi to her today. So some good stuff going on. We get you up to Ensenada right now, and the Ensenada area continues to impress. Few more yellowtail every single day. Now, a lot of those guys out of Ensenada are going about 20 miles south down around Santo Tomas, and they're finding bruisers of yellowtail down there in that neck of the woods. I know Foca, a guy who runs out of Ensenada, he's been trolling rapalas and doing quite well by doing that. Beautiful grade of fish we've seen. Also nice rockfish in that area, and up near Todos Santos, some of that big bonita mixed in with it. And if you really wanted to focus on calico bass, man, you could get it done. It's for real sport fishing. Runs out of Ensenada. That's our dear friend Louis Prieto. Good morning, Louis. Good morning, Marilyn, his lovely daughter. By the way, they love fishing calico bass. And Louis says, I don't care if it's wintertime, I don't care if it's the spring, summer, I'll find calico bass. I know where they live. So with that in mind, I'm going to tag Louis' interview. I was just in Ensenada on at the end of today's report. If you're looking for an affordable way to do some fishing out of Mexico Lindo with a really great guy, stay tuned at today's report. At the very end, we'll tune you up on that. So Ensenada looking pretty darn good. That brings us, let's get into it. The bluefin tuna bite. It has been spectacular. The lead-in featured a couple of nice young men from Michigan who came out and jumped on the Pacific Dawn and realized their sport fishing dreams. It was incredible. They had 10 fish, not those two guys, the boat, the Dawn, had 10 fish over 100 pounds. They had limits, lots of 40 to 60 pound fish. This bite has been characterized by daytime fishing and nighttime fishing. Sometimes it's either or. Sometimes the daytime bite is just terrible and the nighttime bite is full speed. And while most of the fish are still being taken at night, and it seems to be the bigger grade at night, there's some pretty darn good daytime fishing. Fly lining a bait has been a great way to get it done. There has, however, been sinker rigged fish, and then at night, fishing the heavier 400-gram type jigs have been super effective. Eddy bombs have also been very, very effective on that nighttime fish. Tremendous fish on board that recent trip on the Pacific Dawn. John Collis, JC, was on board the Polaris Supreme and raved about how much fish they saw. John with a nice fish on that trip. They ended up with 55 bluefin tuna on a 3-day trip. Nothing to scoff at there. And the Tribute limited out on their most recent trip on bluefin tuna, as now we're officially into spring and this bite should get better and better and better. I have no doubt about it. Really great fishing. As I mentioned, the Tribute is fishing right now, coming out of a nighttime kind of fishing situation, so we'll be following them very, very closely. And as I say, look down below there. If anything has happened, I will put it up in the editing process to keep you in touch with the very latest. Make sure you are tackled up properly, and one way to do that is by going back and listening to Tackle Shop Confessions last night, because Sam De La Torre addressed fishing these bigger grade bluefin tuna, the kind of tackle you will need. He shows you the tackle, he shows you the rigs, great stuff. Tackle Shop Confessions. Make sure you check that great show out. All right, we have seen some of those yellows in La Jolla also. Mostly kayakers have been getting a shot at it, but the new Seaforth half-day boat out of Seaforth Sport Fishing has also been picking off a few bigger grade yellowtail on the yo-yo iron. So if you're jumping on the new Seaforth for sure, and you might on any local boat that you're jumping on, I would bring a yo-yo iron rod and reel along with me. The Coronado Islands has also had some yellows. The Mission Belle out of Point Loma Sport Fishing recently saw some yellows, caught 4, not bad at all. So the Belle said, you know what? Let's switch this baby over and start running Coronado Islands in April. So starting in April, the Mission Belle, Point Loma Sport Fishing, headed to the Coronado Islands. That is going to be a great run. That's my friend Sean Hardigan, who runs that rig, and Scott Butcher is in the galley preparing some culinary masterpieces for you. At least Scott paid me $20 to say that. So good stuff as they are going to be heading there. Here in Southern California, let's talk locally first of all, and then we'll get into some good halibut fishing, then we'll work you up into the Channel Island area. But locally, there's really good white fishing. There's a lot of sculpin. There's some excellent fishing for sheephead along our coast right now. Remember, rockfish season's going to open up April the 1st, and that should be a great opener. A lot of these deep water spots are going to be fished, and you're going to catch some great big stuff. But in the time being, or for right now, they are doing pretty well. Out of Davies Locker, Newport Beach, the Freelance had 16 anglers yesterday. Not many people at all, and those 16 anglers had a great day with 160 whitefish, 90 sculpin. They also had some sheephead to go along with it, 3 sheephead and 105 sand dabs. Look at the smile on that young man's face with a nice little goat there. Those sheephead are not only fun to catch, but they're great eating. You can catch 2 per rod right now. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, they're always doing a great job, and they continue to have good fishing on similar catches, as do boats out of, well, pretty much everywhere. You know, Long Beach, San Pedro, we've seen it up there out of Marina del Rey, Redondo, really nice fishing going on. Whitefish, sculpin, sheephead, all of that razzmatazz is biting pretty well. Now, let's talk halibut, and we got to turn to our buddies on the Pride, because they had another incredible day. What is with the Pride? They just keep doing it. 22nd Street Landing, San Pedro, California, 31 halibut. They just keep grinding out some of the best catches. They've got to be up there near the top boat now. I'd say between them and the Native Son, they've got to be going neck and neck right now with the total catch of halibut for the end of 23 and into 24. They had one day where they had 80 flatties. Tremendous fishing. And so another good day. And they did release on this latest trip 7 white sea bass. Had a legal fish the day before. 7 white sea bass released. Starting to see more signal on the white sea bass as we push further into spring. I think you're going to see an incredible bite on the WSB. That should be a fantastic one. So some good halibut fishing there. It has slowed, however, locally. Native Son had 2 halibut yesterday, also out of 22nd Street Landing. The Pursuit on previous day's fishing, nice day at Catalina Island. They had 7 on the halibut on board the Pursuit, as you can see, and some nice goats, some nice sheephead to go along with it. Pursuit fishing Catalina Island. Can't quite see it out there as that pelican flies by, but I got to tell you, they're doing some good work also on board the Pursuit. They work hard on every single trip and do a really great job. Up there in the Channel Islands, we continue to see some boats focusing on sand dabs, but other guys are all over the whitefish and sheephead and catching some halibut. One of those boats is the Island Spirit out of Ventura Sport Fishing. They're all set for their Saturday trip. This Saturday out of Ventura, you can jump on board the Island Spirit, and I've got a way for you to save 20%. All you have to do is call the office, Ventura Sport Fishing, 805-676-3474. Sal's going to answer the phone. You're going to say, hey, Sal, that crazy guy that stands on the beach, Phil Friedman, on the morning briefing said, if I said preseason 20, you're going to take 20% off my tab. And he will do it for you. You can also book online at VenturaSportFishing.com and put in preseason 20, and 20% will magically come off your bill. You can do that until April the 1st, then it's over. And you can do that for any trip here in 24. So I would get my calendar out, start looking at the trips I want to make, and save 20% while there's still time. Island Spirit also on Sundays, including this Sunday, kids 12 and under fish free with a paid adult. So I would highly give the Island Spirit a look for this weekend. They have been doing fantastic work up there. You know it's tax season. You got to get those taxes out of your hair. I need to get those out of my hair for sure. And there's nobody better to do it than Tim Marquez from A Best Income Tax. Give Tim a call. I think Tim is going to be here on Saturday. You can meet him in person at our surf fishing event. Come by and say hi to Tim and everybody else who's going to be here. We've had great fishing, by the way. 10% off, by the way, if you're coming to that at Big Fish Bait and Tackle down there in Seal Beach on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. Go get some ghost shrimp. It works really well here, and some worms. Get those and come on down on Saturday. Also, if you need heating and air conditioning help, you can get that from our friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Give John a call. Would love to see him at one of these events here very, very soon also. All right, taking a look at a private boater and a really dear friend of the Friedman Adventures family, Robert Graber, with that nice flatfish he caught on his very own boat. I think he said Santa Cruz Island, representing the 805 area code area, and he is really all over everything we do in terms of his great support. So it is really good, Robert, to see you nail that nice fish. No question about that. We continue to see some pretty darn good surf fishing down south of the border. We've seen great barred perch fishing all winter long, and now into the springtime. We've seen it here in SoCal also, from San Diego all the way up to Ventura and above. There's been great barred perch fishing. By the way, Big Fish Bait and Tackle has a tournament that is free every single month. They're giving away a new custom rod. This month it's for the biggest barred perch. Last time I checked, it was a 14.5-inch barred perch that was leading the way. However, there's still time until April 1st, and then on April 1st they'll start a whole new contest, and a beautiful custom rod will be given away every single month. Sometimes that species will change. Maybe next month it'll be spotfin croaker or yellowfin croaker. We'll find out and let you all know right here. All you do is buy the ruler down there at Big Fish. I have a special ruler. You lay it out, put your catch there, inscribe the date in the sand, take a photo, upload it to their Instagram page, and you are in the contest. It's as easy as you could imagine. And we'll have the rulers here on Saturday for you in case somebody takes the lead in that great derby. So good surf fishing. There's corvina, there's been yellowfin croaker. Guarantee you that there's going to be some halibut in here. We haven't caught any on our surf fishing days, but we're going to get one here on Saturday. This is perfect, and you can see how that beach now slopes way down. This ends up being very deep water once the tide comes up, and we have it planned so that is exactly when you're going to be here fishing. It should be a great Saturday morning. Just send me a text. I'll send you all the information on how to get right here where I'm standing and fishing on Saturday morning. Can't make that, or even if you can, I'd love to see you at Bass Pro Shops on Sunday. So that should be good. Lobster hoop netting coming to an end, but it's been a great season on your PromarAhi.com lobster hoop netting report. Fantastic fishing, or I should say hoop netting all season long, has been the rule. It's been a great year, and this is perfect weather to finish the season off. All right, my friends, what can I tell you? We're watching that bluefin tuna bite right now. It's going to be an incredible day to see what happens. We've seen great progress on that. Gotta love those yellows coming up the Baja coast and pushing into Southern California. Halibut on the Pride and those short white sea bass bode well for the coming season. The Island Spirit is running some great trips this weekend, as is the El Patron out of Long Beach Sportfishing. And we've got our surf fishing great event on Saturday, which is my birthday. And I choose it to spend it with all of you right here on the beach in the morning. That should be great. And then on the 24th, Bass Pro Shops. And I've got a list of some great new charters that we have added here. If you'd like that list, all you got to do is send me a text and put in the subject bar, I want the charter list or charter list, one of those things, and I'll send it out to you. 657-227-6459. Hey, have a great day. It's a little chilly. I'm going to go up and do some editing. And then I believe Michael Limon and his grandpa are coming down here to surf fish. So I'll run down here and videotape anything those two guys might be lucky enough to catch. In the meantime, if I don't see you this weekend right here, I hope to see you really, really soon. Louis Prieto, what's up, my friend? How are you, man?
Good, good, good.
It's for real sport fishing. We're in beautiful Ensenada. See the cruise ship over here. We had a nice drive down. We just spent some time up in the Tequilas bar, had a great time, met some characters.
Yeah.
King's game is on. Man, you got it all down here in Ensenada. Yeah. I want to focus in on the boat, however. It's for real sport fishing. Tell us about your boat. What is it? What's the capabilities? What do you focus on?
Yeah, it's a Parker, 2320 Parker. I've had it brand new since '05.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, so I've put a lot into it. It's all customized. There, new flooring, electronics.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Full controls up on top too, so I have dual controls. We focus on everything from, shallow water, rockfish, bass. We love fishing bass, and to offshore catching bluefin. We do bluefin. We caught marlin as well. We've caught a lot of yellowfin dorado. So the offshore season, when it's good, this boat has a range. We have a 150-gallon fuel tank, so we can go pretty far. We got good range.
There's a bluefin tournament coming up in May. Are you fishing in that?
Not sure yet. We're still trying to decide if we're going to be able to do that or not.
How many people can fish on the rig?
Comfortably 4 people. We can do 4 people. Me and 4 others. 3 is even better. Offshore, I try to take a deckhand, so we usually just 3 anglers and a deckhand and myself driving. And I'm usually driving from up top, so this way I'm looking for cow patties. And looking for signs of fish, birds, anything that we can just move the boat towards them. We like running, and this boat fishes really good when we're gunning yellowtail.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's the best.
And maybe people out there don't understand what we're talking about. Go ahead, you explain it. What's running and gunning?
Yeah, well, when the fish are up and they're feeding on the surface, we're always looking for birds and the movements and which way they're going and what they're doing. A lot of times they're just sitting, but if they're sitting, there's a bunch of them sitting in an area. Chances are there's bait underneath them, and with the fish finder you can see that there is, and it's good to just kind of hang out and see if they all get up and move. And about 2 weeks ago, we did that. And
You did,
yeah,
right?
We did really well on some huge yellows at Santo Tomas. Just looking at the birds and seeing what they were doing. And then the boats got speed, so we just run up to them. You get maybe 2 or 3 casts at the most, and then the fish are up feeding. And you throw a good, good cast right into them with a jig or an iron. It's game on, man.
Oh my God!
Awesome.
And for people who've never done it before, when you make that perfect cast and you're right in all those fish,
Oh.
you can't wait to just turn the handle because you know what's coming next, right?
Two turns
Boom.
and you're pretty much on. That's the way it was that day.
Yeah.
You got a good cast. It wasn't more than 2 turns. 2 cranks and you're on. You're a bit.
And the grade fish, spectacular, right?
Yep,
Didn't you have one that was 32 or something like that?
They were all between 22 and 28 pounds.
Yeah, okay.
Good,
beautiful
good,
fish, right?
Beautiful fish. They were nice.
Have you seen those again recently? Or you've had a little bit of windy weather lately?
Yeah,
haven't you?
I went out a week after and we did see them, but they were a little more skittish. They were kind of moving really fast. We never got up on them, and they were only up for maybe 45 minutes. So we see different little schools of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't get on them that day. They just weren't feeding that heavily.
Yeah, yeah.
And the day we did get them, we had probably a 3-hour shot at them, and it was just us by ourselves.
Gotcha.
It was cool.
So when you fish, let's say you fish bluefin titty, do you leave the night before or early morning or what?
I usually leave about 5:30.
Okay.
The boat's fast enough, and we try to target weather windows that allow us to run quick. And I've got radar, I've got GPS, that's fully equipped. So we'll stay out till dark, and to come back at night and have no problem doing that. As long as the weather holds up, we stay out. So we've had many an afternoon bite on the bluefin.
Yeah.
And even on Dorado and yellowfin too, where there's hardly any boats, maybe 1 or 2 boats, and
Wow, man.
we're out there just kind of slamming them. Sometimes it's a time of day thing,
Yeah, right. What's a trip like that cost?
$825 for an offshore trip.
Yeah.
3 guys, and $500 for a local trip, up to 4 people. And to Santo Tomas, $650. But all my trips are all day. I have no time limits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we go until you guys decide you're done.
Do you say uncle?
Until you say uncle. Usually I'm the one trying to get the last cast in for you guys, but it's fun. We have a good time.
That is very reasonable, by
Yeah.
the way, isn't it? I mean, when you look at prices up in the United States now, for a lot of 3/4 day boats are $130 a person, something like that, and you're on there with 40 people or whatever.
Yeah.
And so those are very reasonable prices.
Yeah, and I try to, make it more of the trips more educational and fun. As far as when we're out there, it depends on the level of skill and expertise that my customers have. Some, like the first times they've ever gone fishing. Some never, fished on a private boat before. So I try to, tailor the trip to what their needs. Some guys just already know what they're doing. They bring their own tackle. They're all set up, and I just stay out of their way and just try to put them on fish and let them do what they got to do.
Yeah.
So, I just kind of go with the flow on that.
It sounds like a novice angler is going to fit in here just perfectly. If you've never fished before,
Kids too.
You're going to take it from there.
And kids as well. I love taking kids out. My daughter, she's 6. She fishes with me.
Well, I know. I see Marilyn all the time out fishing with you, right?
Yep. I took my boys when they used, when they were younger. They out of the 4, only one of them still likes to fish, but they used to go with me too, and I really get a kick out of seeing the kids catch fish.
Oh, heck yeah. Do you provide the gear?
Yep, all the gear's included. I use pretty quality stuff: Pan, Shimano, some Daiwa, and spinning rods, conventional reels, all the trolling rigs, all the feathers, Mad Max. We're doing tuna. We have all that on board, and if we're fishing iron or plastics, I have plenty of that as well.
Excellent. Do you ask people to bring their own food, or how does that work?
Yeah, you bring your own food. You have big ice chests, big places to keep everything. So we kind of limit the ice chest to what I have on the boat. And bring your own food and drinks. I provide all the ice, and you guys just get the fishing license are available online. You can't buy them anywhere else now. You have to go online and get them. So,
yeah.
And a day's fishing license is about $12.
Oh, okay,
somewhere
perfect.
Somewhere in that range.
Do you recommend people go to a sandwich shop in town, or just go by the supermarket, make sandwiches, or whatever, or bring some stuff down?
There's a lot of people bring their own stuff down. I got friends that are gourmet, they're chefs, and they have their own. They bring their own food and set it all up here. And whatever you like. Some guys are just bologna and bread, that's it.
Yeah.
And chips, and that's it, So
you mentioned already the electronics and that stuff that you have on board here. All first rate, right? What do you have exactly?
It's all Simrad. It's all Evo 3S's, and everything's integrated. All the different. I have 3 different screens. They all talk to each other. all the information is available on whatever screen I'm on, whether I'm inside the cabin or up on top on the pilot house driving from there. I can still access the autopilot and all my waypoints and stuff. And I really love this. Yeah, I've got autopilot too with the Halo radar, the digital radar, which is really awesome. So whenever we need it at night or it's foggy, man, it's really good. It's the best radar I've ever used. If it's foggy, you got boats crossing.
Yeah,
you have buoys, and with the radar, you're able to hone in and zoom in on what's in front of you.
For sure.
So you don't run into it. Nobody runs into you.
Yeah. Exactly. If people want to book on this, what is the best way to do it? Can they call you and have a conversation with you?
Yeah,
or
call me. Yeah, absolutely. Best way to get a hold of me is through WhatsApp or Messenger. On WhatsApp, my number is it's a Mexican number, +52, which is a country code, 646-124-1658.
And then through WhatsApp, you hook up with you on that, right?
Your number will come in, and I'll just tell me what you're looking for, and I'll be happy to call you back, and we'll set something up. Even if it's another boat with if you have more than 3 or 4 people that want to go out. I know a lot of the captains here, guys that'll take care of you.
Oh, okay.
And do a good job for you as well.
Yeah, that sounds
There's a
good.
lot of good captains here.
And the WhatsApp is real simple, everybody. Go to your app store, download it, and then it'll ask you for the guy's phone number. You plug his phone number in, and then all of a sudden you're in communication.
Yeah, you can send me a text on that number I gave you to, a regular text. That works too.
Okay, that's great. We just drove down here. Perfectly nice drive.
Yeah.
No problems. Had great. That is the 850,000-pound elephant in the room.
Yeah.
People are afraid to come down here, so what do you tell them?
Yeah, I tell them, there's nothing to be afraid of. You come down, the first couple of times you're kind of just feeling your way around. There's a lot of construction going on at the border just to make the border better, actually, more access to get to the roads and stuff. But once you get on the main highway, the toll road, it's just a straight shot down. It's a beautiful drive. You're along the coastline. And a lot of people come through Tikt. I think that's where you guys came through, and they're doing Tikt because it's an easier border crossing.
Yeah,
it's a little more out of the way to get to it, depending on where you're coming from, obviously. But it's a nice drive if you're going through wine country.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep, and it's a beautiful drive. So Tikt, San Isidro are the 2 ports of entry that I use. I was at the PCS show last Thursday, and it was a piece of cake coming back in. I got back at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock. It wasn't very much traffic, but it was easy to get in to get in. So,
that's fantastic. Once again, people that want to get on here, best to get you through WhatsApp. I want to focus just on the type of trip. You mentioned the type of trips you have. What if I'm a calico bass nut and I call you up and say, I want to catch calico bass,
I've got the spots.
You can make that happen?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Wintertime, summertime, whenever. I've got deep spots, rocks that I fish. There's parts of the island that are really good, certain times of year, certain tides. But I've got some real nice spots where I fish. I love fishing calicos. Using plastics and just having with the lighter bait casters. So it's fun.
That's got to be a blast. Yeah. And you're not fishing 600 feet of water when you're fishing rockfish, right? You're fishing the shallow stuff, which is a blast.
Yep. Yeah. All my rock fishing trips, you're going to be fishing in less than 200 feet of water. More than likely, it's going to be anywhere from 90 to 150 feet.
Yeah.
I've got reefs that I target that are pretty productive. North of town, the Salsa Puedes area, and south, which is out in the Santo Tomas area. And there's some really good fishing. You can fish the lighter stuff, and you're not bringing up dead weight, and you're just bringing up, some nicer. And there's some good grades of reds, lean cod, and big sheephead. And then you always have that chance of surface fishing. And these are deep water yellows, and both of those spots as well. I've caught yellows where we're fishing rockfish too.
Is that what happened to you on this most recent trip? You were fishing rockfish and saw the birds outside of you, and ran out there.
Yeah. There's been some big bonita. I thought they were bonita.
Yeah.
I thought they were bonita because we saw them breaking under the birds. And I said, man, that's not. And then as we got closer, we said, no, that's yellowtail. First hookup was let us know right away that they were yellows because they pull hard.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Hard.
We've already done a video on your bar, but maybe some people have not heard about that. Hey, I got a bunch of rockfish and I want to eat them tonight. Can I go over to your bar and you'll cook them for us?
Absolutely, yeah. We have some good cooks. Okay, you bring, depending on the fish, if there's bonita or if it's tuna, we'll do some sashimi plates, rockfish. We'll do some fish.
Sign me up.
Yeah, fish tacos. We also have fish in the bar. The fish that I catch, I sell it there too, and it's pretty fresh, and we take care of it. So right now we have, And I get commercial fishing friends that come in to hang out. At
Yeah,
the
I met
restaurant.
one today.
Yeah, you met one.
Carson.
Carson, yeah, and they bring me fish too from all over the world. So I got hopefully this weekend some wahoo and dorado coming in. So it looks like we're gonna have some good eats this weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, in a few more minutes here, you're going to have the Kings game on.
Yep.
It's kind of a sports bar, has a Cheers feel kind of
Yep.
to it,
Yep.
like everybody knows each other.
Yeah,
and-
it's a casual place. I'm usually there, unless I'm fishing or, grocery shopping for the bar. I'm usually there myself. And if I know somebody's coming, they can always call me and say, hey, we're going to come down. And, I'll try to make a point of being there. But I like being there anyways because I like sports and I like to talk about fishing too. So
Right. And it's right downtown, right?
It's right in downtown.
And you have food.
And we have food. Yeah, we have more than fish too. We sell burgers, we sell pasta, we sell nachos and chicken wings. So we got a pretty
Bar
good,
food like that,
bar
yeah.
food, extensive menu, pretty good menu.
How-
And then a full bar, everything as well for drinks.
And you make most everything from scratch, don't
Everything's
you?
from scratch. The salsa, the chips, everything that we do, that the cooks do is from scratch. The margaritas, we use fresh limes, and so everything we do is takes a little time, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah, heck yeah. Louis, how's this season looking to you? I mean, you've been out a few times, you've seen the water temperature, you've seen the yellows bouncing around and stuff. What do you think, how does this season look to you? How's it laying out?
It's laying out nicely, I'm just, I keep talking about La Nina, and I really don't like that, even though maybe some albacore will come with it.
Yeah.
But I really like the El Nino situation.
Yeah, right,
But,
a little warmer water.
yeah, but we've seen, there's been a good showing of yellows, different places around here. I heard they were up in the Coronados too, so that's a good sign. The bass fishing winter bass fishing has been a little bit slow, but I could change with a couple of degrees of water temp. The rock fishing is always good. It's always been good. So I'm thinking it's going to be good. And I've talked to some commercial friends that are fishing the bluefin right now. And, they were supposed to have made their quota in early January, but it looks like it's taking a little longer. So they might have already made it by now or maybe this month.
Yeah.
But the bluefin fishery out there looks pretty good, man.
Yeah, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, your boys are telling you that?
Yep, they're telling me there's a lot of fish out there all over the place. Different
Nearby?
areas. Yeah, well, there was some fish around the 1140, the lower 500. That's as far north as I saw them in this area.
Yeah.
But Colonet, has been having some fish. Too.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm hoping we have a good, the wind is really what kills us. I mean, everything else, we can make it happen, but if there's wind, it's just, for everybody that fishes, sport fishers, you know how it is. It's just, it drops water temps, and it just makes it hard to stay on the bite, on the spots.
Well, this is not a hard and fast rule. Normally you get windy conditions in the spring, a little bit in the summer, and then your falls are beautiful. I mean, right in through November, December.
Yep.
It can be gorgeous, right?
Yep. We've caught Dorado all the way into November out here, many times, many years. Into November, and I've heard in the December, depending on, when the first rains come. But, But yeah, it's been, the fall is my favorite time to fish. You get some Santa Anas, so you go offshore, it's usually nice and calm. The water's usually pretty warmed up by then, it's usually in the high 60s, low 70s consistently. And so, yeah, my favorite is the fall, late summer, fall.
Dude, I'm ready to go, man. I got to go fishing with you one of these days.
But right now, man, those yellows are there. Like I said,
Don't say that.
Yeah, I want to get out.
I'll have you fire this thing up.
Yeah,
Take
let's
us.
go. We're ready.
Hey, why don't you take us on just a little bit of a tour of the boat? I'll follow you around your bait tank.
Yeah, you keep this big ice chest in here. This is what we use to store fish and just store all the bags of ice.
So your fish gets iced immediately?
Right away. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
My kill bag that goes in the back.
Yes.
Back there.
Right.
Slides right back there. So we got a kill bag. We got a live bait tank, 45-gallon offshore tank.
Yep.
So we're set up for live bait. I usually keep a little cube ice chest right here. And then all my electronics. I got Simrad, all Simrad.
Oh, man. Yeah. All the best. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Fusion radio, stereo.
Nice wheelhouse, man.
All the fishing rods down there.
Yeah. And you mentioned
rocket launchers everywhere.
Yeah, you got enough rocket launchers, don't you?
Yeah.
And you talked about driving from upstairs.
Yeah.
People should realize that gives you such a huge advantage.
Big time.
When you're looking for kelps or you're looking for breezers or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yep. I'm there all day long when I'm offshore. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I hardly ever come down, especially I have a deckhand here. I'm usually just even fishing from up there. I've hooked bluefin from up there.
That's bitching, right?
You can see them cruising, and you just cast right at them. We have full controls, and yeah, it's totally tricked out. I love this boat.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, I don't blame you. And to give people a little bit of reference, I'm just going to swing around here. There's a cruise ship, so what are we? We're in the cruise
Cruise port.
Cruise port, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and tons of boats in here, and secure. You come in here and park, right?
Yep. Oh yes, parking is very secure here.
Yeah.
There's I've never had any issues, knock on wood, with anything. Everything's been pretty well taken care of. Nobody's had, as far as I know, nobody's ever had a problem here.
Yeah.
I've been here 10 years.
Yeah.
See.
Man, I love your rig. I love your attitude. I love the fact that you're making it fun and you're teaching newbies how to do it.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, man. I like your attitude about, hey, if guys know what they're doing, get out of their way, put them on fish.
Yep.
Because that's what they want.
That's what they want.
Yeah. Because there has been, like, in the past, you go on a boat and somebody's helping you too much.
Exactly.
And you go, dude, I've been doing this for a while. I want to catch my own fish. I want to.
Exactly.
And then the other way is, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
it sounds like you walk that line beautifully.
Yeah, I try to. Like I said, it's some people need to be, handheld, all the way through. It's not a problem. I don't mind doing it. It's fun. And the guys, like I said, that know how to fish, I like just getting up there and just chasing fish down or put them on fish and see what they do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Louis, anything else we need to know about It's For Reals sport fishing here in beautiful Ensenada? Anything else you can tell us? Or
No, just
I think that's it, right?
It's a good, Ensenada's a safe place. I've been here over 15 years now. Had my business for over 14, the sports bar. So, and I never lived anywhere else.
You like living in Mexico?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More than the United States, obviously, right?
Yeah, I have to say, I go back and visit, and I go to the shows, and I'll probably be at the docks too. So, but yeah, it's really nice being here, and the cost of living is a lot less.
Yeah.
It's going up, but it's still less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Louis Prieto, It's For Real sport fishing in beautiful Ensenada. Louis, thank you so much for your time. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.